Alrighty. So let's just begin with the feet. Put the feet, 4 fingers, parallel feet. Let's bend our knees. Tailbone is down. Let's lift the rib cage up. Shift back. Toes will lift. Take it out, ankle, thigh bones, and squeeze. Good work. Hand away, hand away. Then kind of adjust here so you can see where you really feel like you can get your ribs up there. And then give me a bear claw. Stretch it. Good work. Let's roll back. Let's bend a little deeper and just come to here real quick. We'll do 4 just to open us up in the pecs and get it going. So think elbows to the front, forearms twisted back, and let's do 4 touches. Fingertip touch, press back, 2 and back, 3 and back, 4 and back. Good work. I'm just going to take my hands here, thumbs on the inside, fingers on the outside, and slide on down above the kneecap. And let's just push down and curl. So tuck your chin, bend those knees, pushing down with the arms. Pull that belly button to your back, and then pull it up just a little bit. Then pull up with those legs, arch the tail, thumbs are pressing those knees to the outside. Bend the elbows and let your upper body come down. So you're really arching that tail up tall. Good work, looking down. Push down and curl. So just checking in here, shifting back, that you're not leaning forward, but really curling that back. Nice work. Pull up, arch it out. Bending the elbows. Good work. So Sandy, look at me for a second. I want to show you the difference. You're like this. I'm like this. Can you see the difference? Arch that tail up, babe. Really arch it and lift your upper body up higher. There, there. You ready? Look down. Push down now and curl that tail under. Oh, let's pull up and arch out. So I arch, pulling my thumbs to the side, and I keep arching, bending elbows, and look up. Yes, much better. Last one, shift back, look down, push down, and curl. So you're really pressing it down, curling, thinking about I'm going to draw a big capital C from the top of my head to the bottom, release the legs. Bring those arms out, biceps to ears, stretch. Try to pull the thumbs apart. You might want to shift back. Again, make sure you're not leaning. It's a curl. Release, grab on, pull it up as you arch out. Then just bend the elbows and come over. Super good. Now I'm going to change up what we're doing with our hands as we hinge over, okay? So just listen. You'll be able to do this. Allow the upper body to just hang. Instead of taking the hands down, put them behind your knees. You're grabbing on the leg behind the knee. Pull your elbows in close to your body. Pull up to have your shoulders go up to the ceiling away from your ears. Then gently lift the head and allow it to drop. Keep pulling up. If you're pulling up and your elbows are in, you're going to get a nice little arm and back workout. Now keep the hands behind the knees as you begin to curl up. Once your arms are straight, just let the thumbs come out to the side. Do a little pull, then release, jazz forward, and roll it up. Just a little different way. Teresa would do that in Ladybug, so I thought I'd introduce that to you tonight. Dress the fingers, elbows forward, little shoulder rolls, little shoulder rolls. And one more time. So good. Shake it out. Do grab just a little water, and we are going to go right into the twist. So remembering last night what we were talking about with the twist. Hips stay forward as much as possible, and shoulders are straight. Remember? So let's just, if you guys will, turn yourself to the sides so that you can turn your shoulders towards the camera, okay? And you can see you and I can see you. So just put your feet, 4 fingers, we know the drill. Always make sure that the feet are narrow, close together whenever you're twisting, okay? So bending the knees, tailbone draws down, ribs lift, shift back, thigh bones out. Let's take one arm up and the other arm up just for ha-has. So I'm gonna call this your back arm. It's gonna be the arm that goes around the breast, okay? So that's the back arm. Push to get your ribs up and push on over. Good work. Now, I want you to, at this point, shift your weight into this leg. So this is what a weight shift looks like. You ready? I'm gonna shift my weight. Why do we do that? Because if you don't, you're gonna do this and shift out, and then you're gonna be out of alignment. Good work. Now everybody just drop your arms. Thank you. Now, your hips are straight. Put your hands on the tops of your shoulders. Turn those shoulders and see if you can get them in a straight line. To the side. Good, that's it, Alina, not straight on to the side. And then take this opposite hip, pressing it back, right? So that's what I mean by resisting back. Shoulders are straight. Now, as you go down, I want you to think, how can you keep your shoulders in a straight line? And then just start to roll down just a little bit, just like an inch or two. You're gonna start going down, going down, going down. You can bring your arms in front of you a little bit more, you guys. Bring your arms out in front of you and go down. All right, so everybody look up and notice where your shoulders are. Looks pretty good. Now you're gonna come up from here. You're not gonna lift the shoulder, okay? You're gonna start to come back up. Come back up. Drop your hands, Trees. When I said that, I could see that you needed, because you're a larger breasted, you just need to come out a little bit, but you don't have to bring them all the way out like that. Come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. There you go. Now, we're gonna do it trying to use the arms, okay? But I wanted you to get that sense that when you come over, the hip is back and you're rolling down, keeping the shoulders straight. Here's what your shoulder wants to do. It wants to do this, and that's not right. It will feel good because you'll have a stretch here, but it's not what you want to do. You want to try to keep that shoulder straight as you go down. So your shoulder is straight. You can drop your head at the bottom and look to the back heel, towards your back heel, and then come up. You're using the torso, the opposite torso, to bring yourself up. You're not lifting with your shoulders. Okay, I'm just watching you, sorry. Good, nice, Sandy. Yes, Alina?
I was hoping you could show me your feet, because I think you said one foot has to be out?
No.
No.
No, I didn't say anything about the feet. The feet are 4 fingers, our normal stance. I just mean you want your feet close together. And like, you know, a lot of times we're thinking about so many things, we forget and we bring the feet out too wide. That's all. So I was just mentioning to keep the feet close. Thanks for the question. Yeah, so again, I'm trying to show you this so that you get the sense. The biggest thing that we do is we do this. You guys, everybody does that because it feels right, but it's not. So let's add the arms now, okay? So let's come back up. Press to get your ribs up. You're gonna push over to the side. Shift your weight into that leg. Now, the arm that's gonna go around the breast, everybody lift that arm so you know which one that is, around the breast. Good work. Okay, that's the arm that's gonna be straightened. This back arm will be bent. Hook your thumbs. Hook the thumbs. Okay, fingers down. Good. Now, with that back arm that's bent, the tush one here, you're going to keep pulling these arms behind your body as much as you can, just to where that rib and hip meet. You won't be able to go any further. Therese, that looks good. Keep pulling it back just a little more. You're almost there. Nice. That's where you're going. Okay, looking good. Terry, that looks good. Can you look down now? Drop your head, Terry, and look back to the back bent elbow. There's your move. Now start to come up, you guys. Can you keep the shoulders straight and not lift from the shoulder? Come all the way up. Now, once you're all the way up, then you can bring the arms up. In other words, don't lead with the arms, because I'm telling you, you lead with the arms, you're leading with your shoulders. Lead with this. You're down, you're gonna lift, 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 and then just bring the arms up. And then press ribs up. And then you can push to go to the other side. So let's do that real quick so you can release out your back. So you're just gonna push one back, elbow is up, 2 little pulses, flip, the back hand goes on the top to bring yourself all the way back over. Good, shift your weight into that leg. Good work, let's hook thumbs and begin to roll down, down. Keep pulling the arms behind you, behind you. Nice. So Lisa, look up, babe. You're like this. Can you come up a little more? Don't go down as far, and pull those hands behind you. That's it. Now, look down. I know. Too much? Oh, too much. Well, then don't do it. Don't open the arms in. I'll show you in a second. Come all the way up. Really good, you guys. That looks nice. Good. So don't worry about, here's the thing. It's not going to be pretty. It's not pretty, okay? So even though you want it to be pretty and we want it to look perfect, it's not going to. So don't worry about it. If you can't get it so that the arms come all the way up, doing it from here, then you know what? Can you do it with your arms down? Let's try it. So just pretend we'll come from here, come on over, shift your weight, drop your arms, and think, okay, I gotta get my shoulders straight. So shoulders straight, drop the arms, look down, and begin to roll down. Keep both knees bent evenly to the little toe. Nice. And then begin to come up. Come on up. Come on up slowly. Come on up slowly. Guess what? You just did the twist. And then bring the arms back up. Once you're up, then you can go, okay, I can come here. Press to get your ribs up. And then push to the other side for 2 counts. So you go back elbow up 1, back elbow up 1, top arm, other hand comes on top. You come all the way over. If you need to, you can drop those arms. Look down and start drawing down. You're still going to get a big old stretch there. Beautiful. And roll on up. Now, one of the things I do want to say about the roll up, so when you come up, I'll show you. Here's what so many of us do. Watch me. I'm going to use my hands, but watch me so I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm down like this. Here's what so many people do. They, instead of continuing to pull back, 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 they come to the center of the body. And they come to here, and then they don't go all the way up. See, I'm not standing tall, and they whip around. Don't ever do that. You will pull something out of your back. So you really want to focus on coming all the way up, even if you just use the arms. If you don't use the arms, they come all the way up. Come steady, then push to get your ribs up. Ribs. And then push to go to the other side. Okay, so don't, otherwise you're losing half of it. You're going, okay, this is good, I'm down. All right, no, I've had enough. I'm coming back up. You're gonna lose, you're gonna lose a lot of it. All right, that's challenging, isn't it? And you don't feel like you're doing it right, do you? No, but that's the move. So there's a few different ways to do it. I personally like this way because a lot of us, not myself, but a lot of us have larger breasts. So if your breasts are big, you can't really get that arm up and around. So you have to really watch that. That's why I like to having the arms down because, yeah, look, Treese, right? You're beautifully endowed. How am I going to get that arm up and around the boobs to bring it on down? You're not, okay? So that's why exactly. Now here's another way to do it, all right? Not so boobalicious. And what you're going to do is you're coming back over. You can bring this outside arm out. Now this is the arm on that side. I'm going to put my other hand right up here at the bicep. And I'm going to go, bloop, ribs up. And I'm going to push that hand down. Now look where my back hand is. It's behind that knee. My shoulders, now everybody look at your shoulders. See, that's part of the problem though with that one. See how your shoulder's up? Yeah, see, you gotta square it back. Good. And then let's just drop that arm. See, can you hook it around? Nice hook. Nice hook, you guys. And then think ribs up and come on up. I don't love it. You know, I don't love it. It just doesn't feel, it's like it's clumsy. So I didn't love that variation, but some of you might. So I thought I would show it to you. That's the twist. So what I'm going to say to you about that twist is if you don't feel like you have it, you can play with it a little bit in the mirror. Don't spend your whole life trying to figure out how to do the T-tap twist. Will it really matter? Not really, okay? Just doing these is gonna get you what you need, okay? The whole idea is keeping the hips straight and turning and exhaling so we get the squeegee. The going down is nice, but it's really challenging. And I'm telling you, just about all of us will do this. Can you see what I just did? That's why the weight needs to be in and that you don't go far and come straight back up. So we'll play with it when we come out and we're kind of answering questions. That looked good, Mary. Sorry, I just caught you in my eye. That was good. All right, you guys. So there you have it. That's the twist. Let's move on to, as though that weren't hard enough, pull the weeds. All right, so I'm going to show you pull the weeds the way it was in basic. The hardest part about pull the weeds is staying in that flat back position. That's the challenge, okay? That takes a lot of strength to have you do it. So I'm gonna go all the way to flat back and then I'll show you a way, if you can't hang there, a little bit easier way. So just watch me for a second so you get a sense of what I'm doing, okay? You really do need to have your feet a little bit wider apart, about the hip width on this one. Feet too narrow, it's really hard. You don't have much foundation to hold your whole torso on. So I'm gonna put my feet a little bit wider, but still parallel, bent and out. So I'm gonna untuck, and I'm gonna bring myself down into my really good flat back position, i.e. I am arching my tail up. Now I'm gonna put my arms directly under my shoulders. You see where they are? Fingers and thumbs together. Now here's the key. I'm going to now watch my shoulders. I'm gonna pull my shoulders up to the ceiling, okay? Shoulder blades are actually squeezing into the center of my body. Now I'm gonna bring those elbows right out from the shoulder. Look at where I am. My elbows are right up from my shoulder. My wrist and my elbows are in a straight line. It's like a goalpost. Now watch my shoulders. My shoulders are up. I'm gonna punch my arms down to keep my shoulders up. This is what it would look like if my shoulders dropped. It would look like up, drop, up, drop. Now that's not terrible, but you're not gonna get the same results as you will if you go up, hold the shoulders up, press it down, punch it up, punch it down. Hands on the knees, tuck, curl, and really watch as you come up because that's hard on the back. All right, did you guys see that? So that's the difference, shoulders up and down. So let's try it right here for a second, okay? So right here, pull your arms out. Just visualize that you're down, okay? Right there, pull your shoulders back. Pull your shoulders back. Good work. Now, bend those elbows right out to the side, elbow and wrist together. Nice. Keep squeezing the shoulders back, but just pull your arms forward. One more time. Back and down. Beautiful. And drop your arms and shake it out, okay? So let's go over to a flat back. Now I was already down, so where my shoulder and hips in alignment. That's probably going to be a little too much. So let's just have you guys hinge over just to about here. Okay, flat back. So that'll be a little easier on everybody's backs. Knees are out, arms are down, fingers and thumbs. You see that arching in the back. Good work. Shoulders, pull them back. Now let's just pump them up. And punch down, shoulders stay up. Wow, nice work, you guys. Up. So Alina, here's what you're doing, baby. You're going back like this with the elbows. You want it out and drop. Out, not back. Okay, forward. If you're not sure, hold here and look over. Hold here and look over. Now, here's the other thing a lot of people will do is bring their forearms in towards their body. That's not that. It's out like a goalpost and down. It's up and a down. Nice, you guys. Good. Up and a down. One more time so I can see. Up and a down. Good, Sharon. Sharon went like this. Whoop. Good work. You guys put here, hands here and walk yourself up. Beautiful. Now, I do want to show you one other that I don't think it's actually ever made it onto any workout, but she taught it like in retreats. And that's a hunch and a punch. I'm not trying to confuse you, but let me show you that one. So in that one, you are only to here, okay, where we were. And you can bring your arms there. And now you can think hunch. So much, you can't really see, so my hair is in the way. Hunch. Elbows forward to the front of the body. Bring them all forward with the elbows. Jeanette, forward. That's forward. Good girl. Hunch and punch ribs up. It's a hunch and a ribs up punch. Nice, Trish, you got it. Hunch and a ribs up punch. And put your hands here and roll them up. So just when you're playing with it, you guys, a lot of you are still pulling back. Isn't that interesting? And it's so common. Most people pull back and forward. But it's a hunch and a ribs up punch. It's a hunch and a punch. A hunch and a punch. Nice. So you can play with that. Does it really matter if you pull back? It doesn't, but it's not the same. And one of the nice things about this is it does work on the top of the arms. So if you're looking to get nice top arms, that's a good move to do it with. All right, so we've done the twist. We've done the weeds. I know most of you think you know how to do hoedowns. How many of you have done hoedowns? A million hoedowns, right? So I'm gonna give you maybe some little tweaks that you hadn't heard about, okay? So let's just try it. So when I do hoedowns, I always start with my foot in front. I don't know if you can see me. In other words, I'm gonna have my foot in front. I don't start from here. I bring it to here. Good, now I want you to think standing knee is bent. I want you to think tailbone is down. Your ribs are up. Lift that torso weight up out of it because you're thinking about so many things, but you're hanging down. So you went up, palms up and open. All right, now I want you to lift and see if you can hold here for a moment. So just so you can see, knee and ankle straight. Don't have the foot in at your crotch. Good. Knee and ankle are straight from here. Short torso, long legs tend to do this. So keep it in and drop. Very good. One other thing that I find, I do this a lot myself, that's why I notice it a lot, is when you start going, when you're tired, here's what we'll do. We'll lean back a little bit. Why? Because we don't want to use the belly. So the body doesn't want to use the belly. So I want you to really think, pull the tail in. You want to use core for this. It is a core move. So you want to think tailbone down lift. Lift from the belly. Lift from the belly. Very good. Last one. Nice. Now, take that to the side. Now, let's do this a little slowly because I want you to really feel this. Bend the stander. Good. Bend this one. So headlights are forward, okay? But that knee is trying to go out to the back, right? But you don't want to go out to the back by moving the hip, and most of us are tight in the hips, okay? So I want you to think, tuck, tailbone down, both thighs are out. All your weight's on the stander, okay? So let's just see. Lift, touch. When you lift, think standing knee out if you can. Lift, touch. Make it small. You don't have to lift high. Lift, touch. It's actually better to think tuck, turn out than it is to do this, okay? So don't make it so high. Here we go again. You ready? Lift, touch. Tuck under, ribs up. Lift, touch. Beautiful. One more time. Lift, touch. Good. And let's get off that standing leg because that's a lot. Let's go to the other side. Okay. And open. So ribs are up. Bottom knee is bent. Tailbone's down. Let's do 4. So it's a 1, 2, don't lean back. 3, use your core. And 4. Here we go to the side. Pause. Bend the stander. Tailbone. Pressing it out. Are you guys ready to lift, touch? Lift, touch. two-touch. Standing knee comes out. Standing knee comes out. Give me two more. Nice work. And here. And back over. Shake it out. All right, so you're kind of getting the idea, right? That it's a tuck and a turn out more than just lift that leg. And it's ideally, if you're just lifting to the side, like, okay, lift, 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 but you're not really getting the idea of the tuck and the turn out, you're not going to get, you'll get, you know what you get, and it's aerobic and all that. But if you're really looking to tighten and tone in here, you have to really watch that you're tucked and turned out. So let's go ahead, let's do one set of fours, two twos, and a set of singles. How's that? You guys ready? So let's just do one set of fours. I'll go a little faster. So tailbone down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, to the side, knee out, knee out, knee out, knee out. Good work. Now twos. Front, 4, 2, side, 4, 2, singles. I'll go right to singles. And side. And front, point the toes down, pointed toes, make flat bellies. I think I did 4, I'm not sure, but we'll kick it out. You can do one more, extra credit. And here we go. Bend the standard, tailbone, twist it back. You ready? Let's go for one set of fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, to the side. Standing knee to the little toe. Twos, front, 2, side, 2, singles, front and side, 2 and side, 3 and side, good, 4 and side. All right, and see if you'll let me know, did that feel a little more challenging when you're really tucking and turning out? So when Teresa taught it originally, do you guys remember that she would be like, and that knee goes back. The knee goes back towards the shoulder. Do you guys remember that? And she'd pull that knee back. But here's the thing. Most of us are so tight in the hips that the only way we can do that is by doing this. Okay, I'll get it back there. My hip's going to lift and roll back. Hip's going to lift and roll back. That's not it. Okay, so that's, again, why the more we can loosen up in those hips and get movement in the hips and the knees, then you can get more knee back, but keep the hips forward. Even if you put your hand here with that thumb and try to hold that hip forward, you might even want to lift a little, and then just see, can I tuck and turn it out there? Tuck, pull that knee back, but without the hip moving. Tuck and lift the hip. Opposite knee out. Now, with bad knees, you know, Kath, like if that doesn't work for you, it's okay. Don't worry about it, okay? You don't really look like you need to really cinch in too much in your hips anyway. And not look like your area of concern there. But regardless, you see what I'm saying, okay? All right, you guys, so who wants to be the first victim to ask questions and come on and let us learn off you? We got 3 hard moves, so whoever wants to. Okay, I'm going to have Alina, and then I see Sandy. Go ahead, Alina, if you want to unmute.
Well, I think the one I'm having difficulty with is the arm thing, whatever.
Okay, pull the weeds.
The one right before this one.
Pull the weeds, okay.
And at the last one that we just did, you're keeping both knees out, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Always. So, do you want to work with me on pull the weeds?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just go part way, hinge over. So you don't have to go all the way to flat back. That's really hard for people to hang. So even if you just come over a little, but you're really arching out. Do you just want to see me do it, or do you want to do it with me?
Actually, I'm having issues with my computer. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll just watch you.
Okay, well, a couple ways to do it. You can just, you're down here, shoulders are back, you bring it up. What I was seeing what you were doing, Alina, is you were pulling the elbows to here. You were pulling them back. Okay? That's the difference. And they should be straight out from the sides. And then think, ribs up. Hunch. Okay, so Jeanette, where are those elbows, girl? Where are your elbows? Okay, bring them forward more. Look at you. So just look over. Now you see where they should be, right? Good. Now, slowly straighten them and think ribs up. You got it. Hunch. Forward, forward, forward with the elbows. Nice work, you guys. And you're ready, punch. Sweet. You guys got it. Good work. Hunch and punch. Nice. Good, Terry. Hunch and punch. You got it. Nice. And just come up. That's it. Watch, Lisa. That's looking really good. Just keep your forearms out a little bit. You got this part. Okay, but what happens is when this goes in, it's not exactly the same as this. Good, Jeanette. That's it. And punch. Woohoo. Beautiful. Good. All right, who was it? Sandy that had a question.
Yes. On the hoe downs, you're talking about turning from here, so we go up. So then do we turn our thigh out while we're lifting up or before we lift it up?
Well, let's just get yourself in this position. Whoop, do I do it right? Yes. All right, so bending both knees, tailbone down, weight in the standing leg. When you lift it, think both thigh bones roll out. Even if you guys, I don't know if you have balance, enough balance, but if you do, even just doing this, tucking and turning it out, feel it. Tuck, turn out. Jack, turn out. Get those knees out. Yeah, when I say knees, it's really not knees, it's from the hip. Can you feel that?
Yes, I guess when we do the singles in succession, I thought I couldn't follow you because I thought, am I just trying to spend too much thinking about turning out my thigh?
No, that's
when you do singles in succession, when do you turn out your thigh?
One touch. My thighs are turned out the whole time. But the difference is when I lift, I'm turning it out more. See how they're both out? So I'm like, lift, touch. Watch my standing leg. Lift, touch. Whoop, I just lost my balance here. Lift, touch. Lift, touch. Now, not everybody can do that, okay? So if you can't, you don't have the hip flexibility or the knee bothers you, you don't have to look just like me. I'm doing it a little bit exaggerated because I want you guys to get the idea of it, okay? So you don't have to look just like me. You don't have to lift the leg to the same height, but I just wanted you to get that sense that it's not just boom, boom, boom. This is what everybody does. Rah, 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 rah. There's no activation in it. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. So, and that's fine because you'll get aerobics, right? You're still using all your muscles, it's all good. But if you really want, I really feel that in here when I did it. Did you guys feel it more in here? Did you feel more in here, Therese? Not so much. All right, I'm going to watch you then because you should. You should be able to really feel that, okay? If you're really activating, tucking, and turning out. Did you?
So,
go ahead.
this is Terry.
Go ahead, Terry.
I feel it almost almost to the side of the butt.
Good.
But not in the other places you said.
Stand up and show me where you're feeling it.
Like here.
Okay, is it okay, well, yeah, because you're tucking and turning out.
Right.
So we're all gonna feel it. A lot of times we'll feel it where we're most tight.
Okay.
Okay, now I did this earlier and I'm gonna show you guys a move. You just felt what it felt like to do that. So now I'm gonna show you, it's called a pandiculation, using plies to open you up, start to get you more open in the hips. Let's do this, and then we'll go back and do that, and you tell me if you feel it a little bit better, if you have a little bit more opening in the hip, okay? So just come into like your wider plie stance. Unless you have knee issues, you know, I don't qualify that right. To wherever you just go down and you're like, okay, this is good, I can kind of hang here for a while. Right, with the tailbone. All right, so that's going to be your starting position. So this is what you're going to do. I want you to pull up so the thighs are pressing back the whole time. Okay? Heels draw down, thighs, and come up, 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 and as you do, you're pulling everything and pull your sit bones together. Not sure what I mean by that. Squeeze your glutes and pull everything up. And now take those inner thighs, push them together so everything is squeezing. And now slowly begin to open them. Sandy, I gotta mute you. I can't stand that sound. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so you're all right. So then you're down. Then just slowly release. I apologize. I just lost my train here. Good. And when you get to the bottom, relax. Okay. So it's a hug in, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Really pull all the way up. Great for pelvic floor, by the way. And now slowly, really slowly, begin to release, pressing them back, pressing them back. Pressing them back. Keep your back straight if you can. And when you just get to wherever the legs are ready to go, just think relax. You'll notice they'll just come down a little bit more. And let's just do one more. You do 3 of them to get the best results. You're coming up. See if you can feel them evenly left to right, all the way, all the way, all the way. Come all the way up. Press those inner thighs together. Great for that. And then we're going to slowly release, pressing those knees out, 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 out. And relax at the bottom. Good, nice relaxing, you guys. And then just come up. Good, and then shake your legs. I'll have to kind of go side to side a little bit because that's so much opening in there. So let's talk.
Question, Renee, when we're coming up and we get to the top, are we squeezing our quads, like squeezing everything once we're
Yes,
at the
you're
top?
squeezing everything.
Okay, so legs are like completely straight, quads are tight, but hamstring
Right,
a little bit.
body squeeze, you're squeezing in here, and then you're releasing it all back out. So what that's doing is it's releasing that tension all in here. So now we shook it out. Now just go to one side, whichever side maybe was your tightest. And let's just try, see how you feel now with a tuck and a turnout. Lift touch, lift touch. Good, lift touch. Do you feel a little more opening there? Yes. Okay, beautiful. Good, Trees. So the reason I wanted to do that was to show you that, you know, when we're really tight in the hips, we can't get as much range of motion with that, right? We're tight here. So that's, again, those pandiculations, that's what that's doing. It's hugging it in and releasing. So you're starting to release some of that tension that you're holding there. Now you can really pull that knee back, but notice, so my knee's going towards my back shoulder, but my hips, my light bulbs are straight ahead. Light bulbs are straight ahead, but I'm thinking tuck and I'm turning that knee out. Both knees out. Yeah, 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 yeah. So if you're not feeling it here, I'm sorry, but that's where you're getting it. Yeah, did you feel it more now, Teresa? Yes, good, thank you. Okay, you feeling that, Sandy? She's not sure. Okay, that's all right. I'll let you play with it. Yeah, Sharon.
So when we are in the front, like to do the front hoe downs, and you have your standing leg out, right? Your hip is out there, but are you supposed to have your leg that you raise out also? You know, like you do in the stance for a T-tapp, like when you go knees out. Are you supposed to have the same open hip, knees out when you're doing that?
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, but I'll give you an answer. You want to be, the knee comes right out from the hip, and the knee and the ankle are in a straight line. So the knee is not out to the side like to the little toe, if that's what you're meaning.
Okay, that's what I mean. That's what, in other words, you're not supposed to try to have both of those. Are you supposed to have this knee out, like knee to little toe, the other leg?
On the stander, yes. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Ideally, now that's really hard. That takes a lot of focus,
Yeah.
okay, but that's an ideal, okay? Let me say this to you though. The one thing you do want to watch out to not do is to not lock it back, okay? In other words, you know, a lot of us, our normal stance is knees locked back, way back, and then we tend to do this with our back. So at least if you can't bend it and keep it out, at least soften it so you're not locking it back.
Okay.
Okay, and that will help you because if you lock it, just notice this, you guys, if you lock your knee back and lift, you cannot tailbone down very well. You can't do it, and I'll call it a tuck, but you know what I mean. You can't tuck with your legs straight. It doesn't really work. You need a little bit of a knee bend to get it. But yeah, I think I answered your question though. That was a great question. Yeah, to not do it to little toe. Beautiful. All right. T-tapp twist questions I darest to ask.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So we did it where we pulled over like to the right hand side of our body. Can we do it so that we pull to the left, so that we practice it both on both sides?
Oh, sure.
Right, but
Yeah.
this is the side that for me is weakest and doesn't work as well.
Okay. Yeah, go to the other side. It's great. It'll feel different. One side always feels different from the other.
Which way do you want? Does it matter?
Yeah, almost there, Mary. You got it. She's looking in the camera. You saw that. Nice, Mary. You just adjusted perfectly. And now just start to roll down and drop your head. One of the things that happens is because we're looking up at a camera, the head's up. But if you drop it, you'll really get that sense of the stretch because it'll take that spine all the way down. Mary, that is pretty. And come all the way up. Nice. Good, Sharon. That looked good. The only thing I'll say is that, yeah, it looked really good. You might want to think when you're down there, thigh bones out or knees out. They're coming together just a little bit, but that was good. The shoulders were good. It was a nice roll down. Yeah. Yep. Now shift your hip, shift your weight into the inside leg. Right there. Yes. And knees out, and then slowly come up, keeping those shoulders back and keeping the arms back. Keep it back, 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 back. Don't come. Okay, so I know you were just showing me, but I'm just going to make another mention because it's really easy to do this and you don't want to. And you were great right here. You had it, and then you came right to here, and then you went, okay, and you lost it. So yeah, you got it. You want to come all the way up strong so you don't pull anything. Yeah, got it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just watching to see people's practicing. Good. Shift your weight to the inside, Trace. And I think you can bring your feet closer together, Teresa. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so going over, shift your weight into that leg. Nope, shift your weight. Your hips going out to the side. Shift your weight.
This way. To my left leg? Really?
I say the inside leg. So I'm this way, this leg. You want the weight right here. Don't let the hip shift out to the side, your outside hip.
Yes, this is the side that doesn't work.
Okay. Just do the best you can. Just drop the arms. Good, 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 good. That looks great. The only other thing I would say, and I think you will feel a difference, is when you went over, that looked really good. You might want to just think, drop your head completely and look to the back heel. Because the head weighs 12 pounds, at least, right? And so when you drop it down, you get that nice stretch down. If you're lifting it up, it puts too much pressure on the vertebrae. Good. So go on over. Beautiful. Shift the weight into that inside leg. Nice. Now drop the head. There. Do you feel the difference? And roll up. That looked nice.
That's
Yes.
right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. The head drop is really important. I mean, that was one thing, boy, if you were certified and you didn't drop your head on that, she would just give you a hard time. But you can feel the difference. It really does make a difference. Nice work, you guys. Beautiful. And again, I just want to reiterate, you know, it's a really hard workout, a really hard move. If you can't do it, it doesn't work for your body, just don't worry about it. It doesn't mean you won't you'll still get great results. Just doing the twist is perfect. Not all of our bodies are meant to do that. Really short torsos, large breasts, it's just really hard to work it. So don't worry about it. It's good. You're shifting that hip out, Sharon. There, and that front shoulder, really square it. That arm, yes, square your shoulder to the back. You'll see it when you look in a mirror, but that was good. That looks good. Yeah, Elena, I can tell you have a question. Maybe the computer's better. Hey, Casey, did you need to leave? Oh, you have a question. If you have a question, come on.
Oh, okay.
It's 12:30 tomorrow, Jeanette. Thank
12:30
you.
for the webinar?
No, we're doing a kind of a wrap up of this. So questions, going over anything, you know, we'll have everybody from the 2 classes on. So anything that you have, if you don't have to come on, but there's just one, you know, it's 12:30 tomorrow for wrap up questions and anything else that you might want to go over again.
Okay, on the T-tapp twist, when you go down, what's more important, going down as far as you can or keeping the shoulders straight down?
Yes, both.
Both. Okay.
There's
But-
not more important. I mean, to get the move right, you're only going to go down to here where that rib and hip touch. If you go further, you can't go any further. If you do, the only thing you're going to be doing is shifting that hip out. That's the only other way you can do it. Okay? And as you guys watch each other, you can see, right? As soon as somebody comes over, we're good, 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 good out. Because we feel like we need to go further, and you don't. That's the whole idea. You're only going to go to a really short torso, can go to here. That's it. Right? But we think we need to go further. So we like, okay, how can I go further? Well, I can just shift that hip back. Look how far I can go. But it's just there is not the same as here. Can you see the difference? Yeah. So it's not about going down far. It's about your own place, keeping the shoulders straight and only going down to where the rib and hip meet. You're done. And then you come up. Okay. And again, try not to come up with the shoulders. You'll get stiff in the neck. So you come up with the opposite hip. Yes, Casey, hello.
Hello. I had a question about the twist. So, since having my younger 2 kids, I'm very barrel, like in the middle. So I feel like I don't have like a lot of room to move. And I do want to do your whittle the waist challenge, but I was like focusing on this week. So in that, asking that, when I'm gonna do the twist, like, would it be okay to like hold my hands like on this hip so that so that my headlights are not like twisting all around?
Yeah. Yeah. And let me say this to you too. Barrel chested here from having kids and those ribs opening, right? Use the breath with your twists. Okay, do you know what I mean by that? So you do, good. So you inhale east to west and you really exhale hard on the turn. And that will really help you cinch in. It does work. It takes a little bit of time, but it will work to help you with that. And yeah, there's no reason not to keep that hand on the hip, if that helps you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm like turning too far in an attempt to like see that back heel, and it doesn't feel like the hips are staying stabilized.
Whatever it takes.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, you guys. Anything else? Lisa.
Yeah. Is everybody done with questions about today? Because I have something from yesterday, if it's okay, because I can't join in tomorrow.
Yes, let me just answer Jeanette. Yes, it's the meeting code for 12:30, Jeanette. Thank you for asking me that. Yeah, that's a great question. Okay, go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, yesterday when we were doing oil wells, you said feeling it in the hamstrings. And I was having a brain burp and I was thinking hamstring behind the calf. And I was feeling it behind the calf. And oh, good, this is great. And then afterwards I thought, no, wait a minute. Okay, wrong muscle. I was definitely not feeling it back here, but I was feeling it clear down there.
Okay, that means you aren't coming into a flat back. You're curling your back.
That's what I was afraid of.
Do you want me to watch you, or do you want to just play with it?
Well, I when we're doing these other moves and we're trying to do flat back, I just keep getting the feeling that I'm doing this or some weird thing. You know, I don't
You're
know.
losing it right there, Lisa.
Right there.
You're losing it right there.
Okay.
I
So
want
should
so
I
come
just
all the
walk-
way up. Come all the way up. Come all the way up. Okay? Just get your feet wherever. You can even have them hip width. Put your hands low on your hips. Okay? Bend your knees and take the thighs out. Now you guys, here's a good thing to do too. Your hands are on your hips. I want you to think tailbone down. So let's just do a couple of these like with your hips. So curl under, like curl under and arch out. So play with the movement of the pelvis. Curl her under, arch her out. Curl her under, arch her out. Curl her under, arch her out. Okay, now you're arching out, right? So arch out. In other words, if your pelvis, think about this, sometimes this helps. Think about your pelvis like a bowl. As you're up here, your bowl is fine. As you tuck under, you're going to hold the milk in the bowl. When you untuck, you're going to spill the milk. Okay? So, I know that's weird, but we use it. So curl under, hold the milk, and arch it out. Let the milk come out. So you're really arching there. Now I want you to pull your elbows back. Good. All right. Now, with that arch, shift your hips back a couple inches. She's like, I don't know how to do that.
My body don't work that way.
All right. Well, you know what? Here's the thing, Lise. Come up. It's not going to be a good move for you.
Okay.
I mean, you know, look, sometimes our bodies aren't designed for certain moves at certain times, okay? You're very locked up in your hips and your upper back. You're not going to get into a good flat back right now.
Okay.
Right? Brain's not really attached. When we can't do this, I'm being extreme with my verbiage, but you know what I'm saying? Like you have to really be able to really curl and arch, like really get some movement in that pelvis. When you're too locked up in the pelvis, you can't arch up. You're just going to do this. Reach,
Okay.
reach, and it can hurt your back, okay?
I
As
don't need
opposed
that.
to, pardon me?
I don't need to hurt my back.
No, exactly. Now, senior fit oil wells, you can do those,
Okay.
right? So do you recall doing those? So because those, you can come here and you can shift back. You're not in a flat back here. You're in a squat position. Okay, so just put your hands on your knees, then push down and start to curl that tail under. You're better with the curl than the arch, right? So
Yeah.
curl the tail under, then bring your hands up mid-thigh. Bring your hands up mid-thigh, push down, curl. Start bringing yourself all the way on up. Good. Now, arch back. Put your hands on top of the legs. Arch the tail. Look at me. Look at me. There, you're starting to get it. Arch it up. If you had two, let's just say, I don't know, strings on your sit bones, top of the hip, pull them up. There, that's much better, Lise. Right there, you're getting it.
I
Good.
feel right here.
Okay, then put your hands up mid-thigh, mid-thigh, curl and tuck. Now curl, curl. Put your hands up mid-thigh, curl. So you're using the hands to protect yourself as you come all the way up. Good.
Oh.
You got a heat wave, right? Because now you just activated those muscles of your core.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I actually broke a sweat on that. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Sometimes it just takes really breaking it down and going slowly with the pelvis, okay? That, you know, until we can get movement, I don't have to say anymore, you get what I'm saying. You're just
Right.
not in a flat back place and don't even, you know, it's okay. It's just not where you're at right now. Yeah,
Okay.
do the other.
Thank
You're welcome. Somebody else? Okay, everybody have questions, so I'm gonna go with Mary. Go ahead, Mary. She hasn't talked yet.
I keep having problems cramping up here. on the twist, it's like really bad cramp, where I have to stop. Is that something I'm doing? Am I dehydrated? Do you know? That's so weird.
Not really.
Me either. It's very painful though.
A couple of people have found that recently, and that just, to me, what that means is that, again, you're locked up in that back. Okay, so here's a really nice thing to do, and it'll help you release it too, I think. Put your hands, let me see what's the best place. Put your hands around your rib cage, bending your knees, okay? So now with your hands, curl, really curl and pull those elbows in. Pull the elbows in, when I say in, towards the front of your body. Good, and almost feel like you're pressing back between the breasts. Push back with the breasts, elbows forward. Then you ready? Arch it back, go the other way. Elbows back, arch back. Nice. Come forward, curl. Pushing back from the mid, yeah, and then exhale, arch. This is good for you too, Lise, really for all of us. And that'll really help. Now that's a forward and back. I realize what you're getting is a rotation. I get that. Sometimes we can just be really contracted in our sides, but my thought right off is probably more that you're locked up in your back. Do you do a lot of sitting at the computer and kind of hunching? Yes, okay, that's gonna be more what it is. So anytime you can just, sometimes I'll just do this too, just really simple, shoulders forward, shoulders back. The more we can move, you guys, it's just beautiful movement. It doesn't have to be intense, but we need to really move and move that upper body. So I think that's probably what it is. Now, magnesium oil can definitely help. Have you ever used that?
I take magnesium supplements and I ran out a week ago and I've been having cramps like crazy.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so it sounds like magnesium, potassium as well, maybe. Good.
Historically, I've had potassium problems. I played basketball and I would always have to have extra.
Okay, so whatever supplement you know, whether it's an electrolyte or a mineral balance, good. Good, well, we handled that. Ta-da, ta-da! That was good. Good, all right, I think, Sandy, did you have another question?
Yes, you had mentioned a seminar on hydration. What the other girls mentioned tonight. When is that going to be?
It's not, we don't have it scheduled.
Oh, okay.
We don't have it scheduled yet. We're gonna meet on Monday and put together something. So I'll let you know for sure.
Great, thank you.
Great. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, you guys. Well, if there's nothing else, hopefully I will get to see at least some of you tomorrow. And if not, if you're going through these and you have questions, just let me know. Text me, email me, message me. And if not, I will see you tomorrow at 12:30. 12:30, use the link that you'll have in there for the 12:30 class. If you don't know, you can't get in, again, make sure if you can't get in, let me know and I'll give you immediate access, okay? Because if you can't get in, that's wrong. Something happened, okay? All right, go have a beautiful evening. Thank you. Bye, guys.